This week on Taste Utah. We're in Salt Lake City and exploring a craft casual style restaurant. Yes, that's right, I said craft casual, which means you get your food fast, but the roots of Pretty Bird are all fine dine. Chef Viet leans heavily on his vast knowledge of composition and ingredients to introduce our palates to a chicken sandwich flavor bomb of epic proportions. Next, we head to the top of historic Main Street in Park City, and we visit Riverhorse Provisions, which has some pretty big shoes to fill, considering it's the sister restaurant to the sophisticated fine dining experience of Riverhorse on Main. At Riverhorse Provisions, you can expect the same great quality, a chef-driven kitchen, and the care you'd get at any fine dine restaurant with a little more speed. You can always enjoy your meal there, or get it to go and hit the slopes. Taste Utah is more than your typical food show. It's about local flavor, from roots through authentically Utah restaurants. It's the people and the places that make Utah a dining destination. There's so much soil and earth to uncover and still so many great Utah restaurants to savor. We bring you the stories and we spread the love. The best thing about Utah, the views along the way, they're not bad either. We're not afraid to get our hands just a little dirty. Food is a necessity. It's how we create it and share it and experience it together that truly shapes our community. Whether you're choosing to dine in our dining rooms, order to go, or get delivery, you always have a seat at this table. Are you ready to taste Utah? Well, we're on Regent Street in Salt Lake City, and we have arrived at Pretty Bird. It is the brainchild of Chef Viet, and he has people flocking from all over the state, even all over the country, to sample his brand of hot chicken. I mean, he's beat Bobby Flay with it. Let's go check it out, see what it's all about. Mask up.
Katy, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. Much better now that I'm here.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to be at Pretty Bird. Now, people aren't allowed inside right now, but you're going to take me inside to give me some VIP access
Yep,
and the
I'm
rundown.
excited you're here. I'm going to show you everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Come on in.
So exciting to be in your kitchen. I feel like I'm the envy of everyone right now because everyone wants to be in Pretty Bird. They just love your sandwiches so much.
Thank you. It's a crazy place.
You're going to walk us through a chicken sandwich?
Yeah, so I want to teach you how to make a chicken sandwich real quick.
Awesome,
So,
okay.
I'm going to grab a piece of chicken here.
This is just the
So
breast?
this
or?
is a skinless, boneless chicken thigh.
Okay.
That's been double breaded, fried in a pressure fryer.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do right now is we're going to lightly brush it with some oil.
Okay.
And we are going to apply a spice to it.
Okay, cool. Now what kind of oil is that you're
So this is
brushing
a canola oil, and
Okay.
it's spiced with a little bit of paprika and some other proprietary spices.
Yeah,
you know
obviously
what I mean?
you can't tell us or you'll
Yep.
have to kill us, and we like to be
Exactly. This is our medium spice. I'm gonna
Okay.
go ahead and shake some spice on there.
alive. Nice, and just a little light
Yeah.
dusting or?
We want a nice even coat on
Okay,
top,
cool.
all the sides. You want to get it nicely
How many
coated.
ounces would you say that is?
So this is about between like 7 and 8 ounces.
Okay, very
This
cool.
is a big piece.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. So we'll take it over here.
Okay.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go grab a bun.
Okay. Just classic white bread or?
No, so this is also like a proprietary bun that we've worked with a bakery called Salt Lake Baking Company.
Oh yeah.
That makes it for us.
Nice.
Yeah. So what we do is apply our Pretty Bird sauce.
Okay, also a proprietary blend.
yes,
You
and it's-
can't know.
Yes, and it's not fry sauce. All right. So we make sure that we coat the bottom of the bun
Okay,
evenly with the sauce.
nice.
Put the chicken on there.
Okay, and you're not toasting the bun or anything, I noticed.
So the bun is actually warmed.
It's warmed, okay, but
Yeah.
not like toasted on the top. Okay, cool,
And then
cool.
we're gonna add some more sauce on top. just
Awesome.
like
Not
that.
fry sauce, but it looks
Not
like
fry
sauce. Okay.
Yep. It's a buttermilk based sauce.
Oh, okay, very cool.
So there's some spices in there, but I think what makes it really stand apart from all the other sauces,
Yeah.
it's got a little bit of lemon juice and lemon peel, so it's
Oh,
really nice and bright.
Yeah, you got acid, you got a little tartness. I like
yeah.
it.
All right, we'll go ahead and put some pickles on there.
Got some nice fresh pickles.
Yeah, so these are quick pickles. So we'll go ahead and put some house-made cabbage slaw on here.
Beautiful. You don't see many tweezers being used in quick casual style restaurants.
And then
Yeah, and I love that you have them.
We use the tweezers not because it's cool or because it's like reminiscent of fine dining.
Yeah.
It actually works really well because we could slide a lot of slaw along the length of the tweezer, and then it goes right across our bun without having to, you know, tweeze out or
It's
like
amazing.
using tongs.
It's like form and function, you know?
There
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm gonna take that. And then you and I are going to go sit down and enjoy a convo, yeah?
Yep, let's go for it.
Awesome, let's do
All
it.
right.
So, Chef Viet, you just prepared some amazing chicken sandwiches. Talk to us a little bit about Pretty Birds.
So Pretty Bird's going to be it'll be 3 years in February.
3 years in February.
3 years in February, yeah.
And it was a long time coming, right?
It was. So I started working on this concept back in 2012.
Okay.
So I was in LA filming a show, and then I had some time to go try some fried chicken out there.
Yeah.
And you know, like as a chef, you're always looking for perspective. And fried chicken is just one of those things where it's comforting. You never really get perspective from. I happen to have had some Memphis fried chicken, Memphis hot chicken, and it blew my mind.
Yeah.
You know, like the complexities and the flavors, the textures. I just like as a chef, those are the things that really excite me. So from that moment on, I told myself, I'm gonna open up a fried chicken place one day. And it took like about, 8 years just to get it together. So, till this day, we're still working on it.
Yeah, always
fine-tuning
perfecting it. I mean, that's the thing with you, Viet. To come into a fast casual or like quick casual concept with all of this wisdom of this great chef that you are, it really is very cool. I imagine you're always fine-tuning.
Fine dining is really the foundation of this restaurant. And what I love most about this is that in its delivery, it's fried chicken, it's comforting. People are familiar with it.
Right.
But behind the scenes, there's a lot of technique.
Right.
There's a lot of time and effort that goes into this. For example, this is a medium spice chicken. Okay?
Yeah.
So we have about
a little spicy, but it's not like overwhelming.
Yeah, we have about like 10 different spices that go into the medium spice. And the hardest part about creating the spice, the secret is the ratios. And as you know, like heat can overpower everything, so you have to balance that. So it's a constant, we're constantly tweaking. I'm constantly tweaking the recipes just to make it better. We're fine tuning it, you know?
I mean, and that's like even where like the buttermilk comes in, where it's like, yeah, it's a little, like the chicken is spicy, but the buttermilk has kind of like that cooling factor.
Yeah.
You have the acid from the pickles, but they're not overly acidic.
Acidity is like super key.
Yeah.
And as you know with fried chicken, it's like, it's a super rich, oily, meal, and the last thing you want to do is eat it and feel like really heavy.
Right.
So you have to balance those flavors. So we use a lot of acidity. So there's acidity inside our slaw, our pickles, and in our sauce. And then together, like it just balances everything.
Yeah.
So
and it's like you don't want the bun to be crispy because the chicken is so crispy. Like that's where the crunch is coming from, not from like a bun that's been grilled over the flat top or something like that.
It took us like over a year to develop this bun. A sandwich this big, you can't use a potato bun or a brioche bun because it'll fall apart. It doesn't have the structure.
Oh.
But at the same time, we wanted something that was soft and it had the structure to hold everything together.
Yeah.
This is why it took so long to develop it. But
Talk to us a little bit about the chicken itself.
we get in a premium boneless, skinless chicken thigh that we hand trim. We dry brine it. We let it sit for about, like from 8 to 10 hours. And then we dredge it. So we do a dry dredge. We dredge it, and then we dip it in buttermilk, and then dredge it again, and then we pressure cook it. A lot of people like open frying, and it yields a different flavor and a different texture.
Yeah.
For us, with the chicken thigh, I just love the juicy succulentness of it.
Yeah.
And pressure frying it really helps produce that.
It tastes so good, but it does for a reason.
Yeah.
And that's because of all of the intention, all of the hours, the care and the love that goes into the whole thing.
That's what I tell people. The foundation of this humble-looking sandwich is fine dining. There's so much attentiveness, so much technique, and so much time and effort that goes into it.
Well, it's like with the slaw over there. You're like, the tweezers. The tweezers has nothing to do with fine dining, Katie. It's just it makes the technique easier.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't even know about those tweezers unless you had that foundation
Exactly.
of fine
And then
dining.
also, the way that we layer the sandwich, if I were to layer the slaw before the pickles, it would throw off the whole entire balance and texture. There's a rhyme and reason with everything that we do. It's at the end of the day, what you get is a perfectly delicious, humble sandwich But behind it all, like I said, there's so much technique and so much thought that goes behind it, which is why I feel like we're the best at what we do.
Well, I mean, the line out the door is also very indicative of that.
Thanks.
Even with COVID, things are going amazing February 2020. And then suddenly we start hearing inklings of what's happening in New York, what's happening in some of these bigger cities. And then March, we have to shut down. And it's all takeout, it's all to go. But people are so used to lining up outside of this restaurant. People are so used to standing shoulder to shoulder with people, hunching and eating their chicken sandwich. And that's what you want.
Yeah.
And now, fast forward, here we are, no one's allowed in, placing to-go orders only.
Yeah.
Tell us about that process.
It was definitely a challenge. It was a very sombering, time of our lives, Here we are, this little 500 square foot restaurant. We're serving, 600 to 700 people a day, the hustle and bustle, the energy of this space. And then literally overnight, we had to shut down business to everybody out in the world.
Yeah.
So, it was hard, but this is kind of like the industry that we're in. It's a very dynamic industry, and things are constantly changing. And I think what makes a successful cook or a chef is one that can adapt to all of these changes. What we were kind of, we're blessed with is that we had a very small menu. We have essentially just 2 items on our menu.
Right.
So the transition from ordering in person to ordering online, it was a lot easier than a lot of our colleagues had to deal with, So through all that, things kind of worked out for us.
I mean, the cool thing is, Viet, is Salt Lake City is the capital city. Downtown, I would say, is the heart of the city. And it's been sort of decimated, but you're still putting the heart in the city. And I get kind of emotional about it because it's been so hard. It's been so hard for you and for our colleagues and our peers, and the innovation and the adapting that has had to take place. But you've stuck through it all, and you've done it for community. Community can still gather here, can still count on you, and that is amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's not only my spirit, it's the spirit of the whole entire staff.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have a restaurant here if it wasn't for our staff. During COVID, we closed down for about 1 week right after the earthquake. Because it was just kind of like a gut wrencher. You have COVID, and all of a sudden this earthquake that just kind of happened out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I'm a Californian. There's not supposed to be earthquakes here, and it just happened. So we closed down for a week, and we were able to pay everybody, give somebody some time off, and then kind of just regather ourselves. And then we have an amazing team that kind of just stuck through with us, and have brought us where we are now.
It's beautiful. It's so well said and super indicative of the industry. It is the team spirit. It is the community.
It's the camaraderie, and that's what I love most about this industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's clear. It's clear, Viet. And you've just been such a beacon and such a light. I'm so grateful to know you. And it is so much more than a chicken sandwich that you get here.
Thank you.
Just thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure.
We're on a Main Street, historic Main Street in Park City. We're at the very, very top, and we're about to visit Riverhorse Provisions. We're gonna meet corporate chef Mark. He's gonna talk to us about how Riverhorse Provisions has been coping with the pandemic. We're keeping it safe. Sounds like the party's just getting started. Let's go. Chef Mark!
Welcome.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I mean, what a beautiful day. Your patio is amazing, but we're gonna stay inside. You're gonna talk to me about all things Riverhorse Provisions. We're gonna get a nice understanding of what you guys do here, and maybe eat some food.
Delicious food.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't expect anything less. Will you lead the way?
Of course, right this way.
Chef Mark, you are corporate chef of Riverhorse Provisions. The team here and the audience knows I love a good breakfast burrito, which we have sitting in front of us. But talk to us a little bit first about this amazing historic building that we're sitting in.
It was built, I believe, in the early 1900s. It was a boarding house, a hotel. It has been a restaurant in the past, years ago. A bar, I believe it was a barber shop at one point. It is transformed many times over.
Riverhorse has just been a staple on historic Main Street. We featured them several seasons ago with Chef Seth Adams over there. You're bringing basically that same quality, caliber, and care to sort of what we would call like a quick casual concept.
It's a mix of the market upstairs with everything from breakfast items to lunch items to prepared foods that you can take home and heat up yourself, and then a full breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu that we offer daily as well.
And speaking of, I'm just gonna get right into this acai bowl. I mean, my mouth is watering, I'm salivating. Give us a lay of the land. What have we got going on?
You've got the acai bowl in front of you right there with our house-made granola, toasted coconut, fresh berries, bananas, chia seed. It's a very, very healthy, great way to start the day. Our breakfast burrito is, I would have to say, one of the best in town, hands down. House-made sausage, farm-fresh eggs, promontory local cheddar, chipotle, aioli, pico de gallo. It's got it all.
Are you making your pastries in-house?
Yes.
I need to ask?
Yeah, of course. Our pastry chef prepares these crow liners for us, stuffed with a vanilla cream. Then that one there is topped with a maple frosting on the top. We have a full liquor license here at Provisions, so we have beer, wine, cocktails, our signature Bloody Mary right there with our house-made pickles and crispy bacon. Can't go wrong with that. Our halibut tacos here are definitely one of our signature. It's a crispy cabbage, chipotle aioli, pico de gallo, feta cheese, and micro cilantro garnished on the top there.
That's no joke. That sounds amazing.
We've got a variety of different family meals that we offer. You get the experience of everything that we have to offer that you can take home and pop in your oven and have that experience in the comfort of your own home.
It's amazing.
As well.
So we've got mac and cheese.
Yep, chili lime roasted chicken, our roasted tomatoes and cauliflower.
Let's talk about COVID a little bit because, restaurants were shut down in March. No one was open. And then it was like, well, what do we do? Let's recalibrate. There were some restaurants where it was conducive to say, well, let's do takeout. A restaurant like Riverhorse, where it's all about experience, it's like you had to pivot fully. How did that feel like back 6 to 8 months ago?
It was a little confusing. Obviously, that time was trying to figure out how to operate, but it felt good. We got a great response from the community.
So there's Riverhorse Provisions, and then you're opening another concept. Talk to us a little bit about that.
The Salt Box is a small eatery and our front for our catering company that we're expanding. So it's been in the works for years, and finally, during this COVID time, we were actually able to get it in motion. It's a great little eatery, a small version of Provisions with a small menu, grab-and-go items, family meals as well.
How is Riverhorse doing?
It was a great summer and a great fall. We anticipate this winter will be very popular. Obviously, everybody coming to ski, it might be a little bit more difficult to get on the mountain with reservations and everything, so I feel people will still go on vacation, but their options of what they're going to do is maybe shop a little bit more, dine out a little bit more, or take home to their condo or rental and get the experience as well.
Absolutely, and we were just down in southern Utah, and it's a different tourist industry right now. So you might not have the international clientele that you once had, and you still have people coming that want to partake.
To see so many people from all over the corners of the United States coming to get to experience Park City versus the international crowd, it's great to see everybody still coming out and getting to check out our beautiful little town. So
thank you for wanting to take care of us, and you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
This is incredible. Obviously, we're gonna stay here for hours and hours consuming all of this, but I would love to pop up in the kitchen and just have you make something for me, Chef. Is that possible?
For sure, yeah,
all
let's
right.
get up there.
Chef Mark, what are you gonna make for us in this masterful kitchen?
So one of our signature lunch items is our house-made Reuben that we make our own pastrami in-house. It's a double R ranch grass-fed beef out of Washington.
Okay.
But we cure it and smoke it all in-house, so
nice.
People absolutely love that. We make our own house-made sauerkraut.
Of course you do.
Thousand Island dressing.
Yum.
Marble rye bread.
All right, so classic Reuben.
That's right.
Here we go.
Right. So we'll get this pastrami on the flat top. We want to get it nice and crispy.
Nice, it goes down right away. Thousand Island going down on the marble.
Right. Marble rye, sliced Swiss.
Beautiful Swiss cheese.
Nice and cheesy.
Sauerkraut's in the saute pan.
Warming that up nicely.
A little bit of clarified butter.
That's right. Cannot go wrong with a little butter.
Oh, butter makes everything better.
We are not shy on the butter, that's for sure.
Good. Please never be shy on the butter. Butter equals love. How do you gauge when your pastrami is ready?
Well, you see the fat kind of melting down and getting that beef all nice and crispy.
Yeah, I get all nice caramelization.
So you want to get that color on there, get it crispy.
Great.
Get that bread nice and toasted on the flat top, that cheese nice and melted.
I love it.
We'll put our sauerkraut right over the top. That'll help kind of melt down that cheese as well.
And what is sauerkraut, Chef?
Sauerkraut is just simply cabbage and salt that's been fermented.
Amazing. My German ancestors would be so proud that I just asked that question.
I'll fold that over the top there.
Nice. Oh. Yum.
Beautiful.
Oh.
House-made
That's it.
Reuben. And of course, can't go wrong with adding
A pickle.
a pickle to that.
Now, Chef, do you serve the Reuben with anything other than the pickle?
Just our house-made pickle, but we have a variety of different sides. Our provisions fries, people absolutely love.
You're doing so much here. It's just such a privilege to be able to stand back here in the kitchen with you, watch you doing it so well, and just inviting all of Utah to come and sample what it is you're doing.
Awesome.
Thanks, Chef.